Alright, so here it is, April 18th, Good Friday. I don't get very many opportunities to show you how I brush hog or what I do. But this is the property of one of my best customers. She has about 4 acres, and all she has me do is from this white fence, and it goes behind this barn right here. And it comes over to the end of the fence line there, and it comes up this way. That's not her barn, but it's just on the other side. Goes down a fence line, then around in a little kind of cul-de-sac, and then this is her barn here. It comes up to the side of that, around this tree, down there, and around, come back up through here, and that. So that's all I got to brush hog. And I charge $50 an hour, minimum of 2 hours, from the time I leave my house until the time I have the tractor loaded back up. And with her, she lives pretty close, and it takes me a little bit over 2 hours, but I just leave it at that. Look at that. Anyways, so whenever you set up your brush hog, you want your skid pads to be just a little bit, basically just skimming the top surface, the ground part, not the grass. But you want to put it on a flat surface, and then this is your 3-point. So you'll lift your 3-point up, and then you'll adjust this. At least on mine, I know that they're different on different ones, but and that way you'll set it. You want it as low as you can get it. That's what I do, without tilling up the backyard or the ground where you're doing it at. So anyway, so yeah, we'll put this down, and it just stops it there. So then the way I do this, my first pass I do on the outside. Put my glove back on the steering wheel. My first pass I go really slow, and I do the perimeter all the way around, and I section it off so it makes it a little bit easier. So go ahead and turn this on. I usually have this at idle whenever I turn it on. Buckle up. I can do this with one hand. Today's beautiful. It is 70 degrees. Hang on a second. 70 degrees. Nice cool breeze. Just wonderful. Alright. So I have this in 4th gear, low. Sticking forward. Lift up front. Alright. And we're off. But I know up in here, this little area, there's some steel cable or whatever. And I'm going just a little bit slower than I normally do, but that's alright. Let me bump this up just a little bit. So, anyways, so I tell the customer that, I charge $50 an hour, minimum of 2 hours by the time, from the time I leave my house until the time I'm done and I have the tractor loaded back up. That usually costs for the expense to drive out wherever I'm going and back. I also tell them that they usually want me to quote them how much it'll cost. And since different properties, have different things on them and all that, there's really not much, it's a hit or miss kind of thing. I tell them usually about an acre or 2 per hour, and that's usually more than enough, because if you're going like in these little areas here, it's going to take you a while to do 2 acres. But if you're back up like where the field is, and you can just run back and forth. It'll take you not much time at all. And of course it depends on what you're cutting, how thick it is, all that. But and then I also tell them to make sure that they clean their property, whatever you're going to be mowing, because I said usually what I tell them is that if I run over barbed wire or baling wire or something like that and it gets caught up underneath the brush hog, they're paying me that whole time to undo that and to get it all unclogged so I can start going again. But and usually that's a pretty good incentive for them to go out there and make sure it's clean. That way it helps protect your equipment. Give it a little bit of gas coming up over this way. I already did a lot of that up there on all the way up to this barn. Right here. I did all the way across. But yeah, usually what I'll do is I'll section it off. So I'll do like I'll do this run here, and then I'll come up this side, and then just follow it back and forth until I just kind of basically cut it all off. And then I'll go to this other little section here, and I'll do this other little section here. And then this, I can go way back and forth that way. I like to leave as many lines as I can, like as many straight, unbroken lines as I can. There's a stick. Just push this over to the side. Oops. This lady, she's single lady. She's got like 7 kids and I think they've adopted either all 7 of them or at least most of them anyways. But her husband had passed away a few years ago, and you know, he used to take care of all this out here. They actually had cows, and they got out one time, and she's like, well, I can't take care of them. He's not around here anymore to take care of him, so you know, she just let him go. But now she just hires me. I come out maybe once a month or something like that, once every other month, depends on how much rain we got, and come out here and mow this up. And usually, like I said, it takes me about a little over 2 hours to mow all of this from $100. So it cost me about probably about $8 in fuel, I guess, something like that. Not too bad. Of course, you got the maintenance on the tractor and all that stuff, but not bad. All right, well, I want to get all this done. They're putting sod over there. But she has a beautiful house. It's a big 2-story house, and then she has a pool house. I mean, it's literally almost the size of my house, just for the pool area. But anyways, all right. Well, y'all comment, rate, and I'll finish this up. If I come across anything interesting, I'll be sure to turn back on. See ya.